Sagittarius, you are up for the June money energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Podcast carried everywhere. As for this reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I've said all of that, this is interesting for this reading. I feel like some of this stuff is connected to friendships, or should I say unhealthy friendships. But again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm getting a thing of someone, and I titled this Balancing Money and Expectations. The original title was Don't Accept Anything Less Than Perfection. That was the original title. But as I started going through the energy, I was like, okay, I need a different one. But that still applies here. For some of you, what's going on when I say don't accept anything less than perfection? Obviously, not everything can be perfect. On top of that, perfect is subjective. What may be perfect for you, that same thing may not be perfect for someone else. So that's subjective. But there's one thing that perfection rings true in, and that is math. And when I'm talking about math, I'm talking about balances and money. I feel like for some of you, you'll do transactions and stuff and you'll kind of do it in your head, or you might make out, oh, I'm just using an example. Okay, so I have $100. I bought something for $18.25. You might just say, okay, I bought something for $19 and doing it that way instead of doing the exact math. I feel like for some of you, you're not keeping an exact track of your finances. And I also feel for some of you that ties into some of the friendships that you have. But first, let's discuss the oracle cards and everything else and see what we get. Now, for the first card that came out, it is Steve Jobs. For those who don't know, Steve Jobs was one of the revolutionaries at Apple. Of course, he's no longer with us, but still an icon. And it says, Steve Jobs, outsized vision, handheld products, users can't be choosers. Going back to the friendship thing, because this is really on my mind, and I'll explain that with tarot cards. This quote right here, users can't be choosers. You may have some people who you pay for things, like if you go out to dinner, you're the one paying, or if there's some type of event, you may be the one funding it. And there may come a time, or more than likely there will come a time, where you're like, you know what, I don't want to pay for that amount, or I don't want to pay for the steak, we'll get a hamburger. They may say, oh, well, no, I wanted the steak. Okay, well, it's like, well, are you paying for the steak? Type of thing. Users can't be choosers. And I feel, honestly, you might have some users around you. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. And it says, have a reputation for having a reputation. This is saying, like, Steve Jobs was known for perfection. He was, if you heard the way people talked about Steve Jobs, you should look it up on the internet, what some people had to say about working with him. And they will tell you, like, Steve Jobs did not play. And he was known for that. Known, like, you can't just bring BS or nonsense to Steve Jobs. He wasn't having it. You might want to be in that energy where it's like, okay, Sagittarius doesn't play. I can't take advantage of Sagittarius. I can't expect Sagittarius to pay for this. Or I can't expect Sagittarius to pick up my slack where I'm falling down. Or I can't expect Sagittarius to come save me all the time. You may have to set that reputation where people know, okay, well, no, this is Sagittarius. They're not playing that. That's what this is talking about. Now, the second card that came out is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. And it says, reach for the highest vertical jump. Trademark your trademarks. Make it an old habit to try something new. Make it an old habit to try something new. So this is saying do something different as well, but also aim for the top. Take your shot. As you see, it has the world in his hands as well. So the option is yours. I'm going to hold up the Steve Jobs one again because I need a still for it, because I'm probably going to use this for a still for the thumbnail when I do it. So I have to hold up the card for just a second. All right. So now, third card, Deepak Chopra. And it says, find the connection between your mind, body, and wallet. Balance in all things. Let's underline that, italicize it, and put it in bold, and up the font size too. Balance in all things, including your bank account. Learn the many meanings of intrinsic value. So with this balance in all things, including your bank account, again, I feel like for some of you, you keep track of your finances, but you don't do it exactly, like the exact numbers. You don't do that. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Now, this is where the clarification comes in with tarot cards. The Emperor came out, this Aries and Capricorn energy, with the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this is letting me know, with this Emperor energy, if someone takes charge, this isn't happening. And don't forget, pages bring messages and receive messages. Also, pages can relate to children or somebody acting like a child. I feel, now for some of you, you might actually have children. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You might have a child that costs you money, which I mean, children cost people money anyway. But I'm talking about in the sense of where the child is always asking for things and you pretty much say, okay, yeah, we can go ahead and get it. But now it's like, all right, now hold on. I'm running the numbers and this ain't it. Let's put a pause on the spending for certain things. And again, it doesn't have to be a child, but it can be. But I feel it's the Page of Pentacles reversed in this reading paired with the Emperor is more like, okay, I'm putting away childish ways. I'm putting away childish spending. Also, I feel some people might have been doing emotional spending as well. Now, for the other card that came, or the other cards that came out, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Now, with this, in a regular reading, this would be a good thing. It's like an offer, working with people, yada, 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 whatever. For this particular reading, this isn't it. This is going back to what I was talking about before, because threes usually involve multiple people. Pages bring messages, receive messages based off of the type of suit, depends on the type of messages it is. This deals with emotion because it's cups, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pentacles is earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. For this, I feel there is spending happening and offers being made to people based off of emotion in groups is what I feel is happening. I feel this energy is what may be draining some people's money. Now, I've shown you the two pairs. What follows with this pair, with the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, is the Three of Cups reversed and the Five of Pentacles. So with this is lack of money, feeling left out in the cold, not celebrating. This is based off of these habits right here. Overspending, out with friends, doing that type of stuff. Feeling that you might have to pay for people. Going back to the Emperor with the Page of Pentacles reversed, taking control, not spending money, holding back. What follows that timeline is this, the Star and the Knight of Pentacles, meaning that there's some type of healing here. It'll slowly come in where things will balance out more. You'll notice if you're not out with friends spending money, or if you're not spending money, period, because again, this doesn't have to be with friends. This could be family or something else, or a child or whatever. But if you're not doing this and you're taking control and learning how to say no, or building a reputation of no, that way people know, don't even waste their time asking you, then this is what you get. Star energy is Aquarius energy as well, but it's about healing, it's about direction, it is about a wish coming true, it's about faith, it's about hope. But I'm going with healing. Also, it can be about attention too, and recognition. But I'm not on that right now. I'm more about the healing, because I feel paired with this Knight of Pentacles, that is the healing of the finances or of other things, finance related or adjacent, one might say. But it's based off of being in this Emperor energy and taking control. So it's you're balancing your money and your expectations. And your expectation when it comes to your money should be, don't accept anything less than perfect. Things need to be exactly balanced when you're keeping track of your finances. All right? And also, obviously, expectation. People need to know not to expect you to handle everything when it comes to finances. Some people need to take accountability for what they're doing. All right, that is your message. KIRWKC.com. Until next time, Sagittarius, be blessed.